What's up, guys? Doobie Streams here. Welcome to the first episode of my Final Fantasy VII Remake hard mode walkthrough. This is intended to be a nice, clear, and concise guide to getting through Final Fantasy VII's hard mode with hopefully as little heartache as possible. Um, I've just beat it on hard mode yesterday, and for the most part, it wasn't too bad. There are a couple spots that can be a little annoying, but I think the strategies I've gotten down for them will work quite well and help us get through it without too much of a problem. And because I beat the game already, I have all the manuscripts unlocked, but what I did was just downgraded all of my weapons to only having all they have upgrades through level 5 because I didn't want like reprieve to be activating left and right, and you guys are like, "Oh, what the hell? I don't have that." So basically, I'm going to quote unquote unlock the manuscripts alongside you and just wait and spend the points when they would be available to me, assuming I hadn't maxed them already. If you're not level 50, I highly recommend you get to level 50. I will link you a video in the description from a YouTube channel called Gaming with Abyss. And he's got a perfect way to level up your characters or any materia that you may want to. It's very fast and very efficient. Speaking of materia, there will be a list on the screen right about now that will these are basically my recommendations for your materia as far as which ones you should have before you start hard mode. And bear in mind, I'll put an exclamation point if one of them needs to be maxed, but you don't need them all maxed. But it doesn't hurt. And with how easy and efficient it is to max out your materia, it's probably in your best interest to do so. Um, but again, see, I don't have some of my stuff isn't maxed, but a lot of it is. So I'm going to go through chapter by chapter. This first episode should cover probably up to chapter 3. I'm not going to. There's a lot of like walking parts and a lot of long like cutscenes. I'm assuming whoever's watching this has already beaten the game because you need to have beaten the game at least once to have hard mode unlocked anyway. And so I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to skip cutscenes. A lot of the long walking parts will be edited out. Basically, I'm going to go through each level bit by bit and show you how to get past the more difficult fights and the bosses. So it'll be fun. Hope you guys enjoy this video and it helps you out. So let's go ahead and get started. So before we get to chapter 1, go to Cloud. You want to equip the Mithril Saber. I just got a chain bangle on. It's pretty good, and I don't think there's anything else to raise magic attack. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal. And the circlet. So there will be a concept you will hear me talk about a lot throughout this playthrough called crowd nuking. And basically, all that means is you take whatever element the mob you are fighting is weak against, junction it with magnify, and then stack as many magic ups as you have, which should be 2. I don't think you can actually get more than 2. So I did the airbuster fight in my hard mode run through, and I don't remember getting a third one. So I think you only get 2. But stack that 2 magic ups, first strike, ATB boost, and just something random. I just put steadfast block on there because it's handy, but HP up's a good one too. So essentially what this means is between the combination of first strike and ATB boost, you will be starting every fight with a shit ton of ATB. And using that in conjunction with the highest level spell that the mob is weak against, plus Magnify, should wipe most crowds you run into. You want to kill the trash mobs as quick as possible on hard mode. If you let them stick around, the longer you let normal enemies stick around, the more chance something dumb happens. So a lot of the confrontations we have you can avoid just by doing this, and that's kind of going to be how I set up my characters a lot when I'm dealing with like lower level enemies in areas. You can also run away from a lot of mobs, but I just kill them because I don't know, it's easier. Now you do have to be careful, because you don't want to go blowing through your MP a lot. That's why I use the Mithril Saber, because it's one of those weapons that reduces the cost. It has a boost for your MP regen and reduces the cost of casting spells for elemental materia. So sometimes, like for Fyra here, you're going to see in the first chapter, instead of using Fyraga, we're going to be using Fyra. A lot of times you don't need to use the max level spell, but there's also levels that are more generous about giving you Mako shards to recharge your MP. So, and then essentially you want to, for whoever's crowd nuking, you want the circlet on them, because it's really good. So, and again, I'm not going to be using the I don't even have a lot of revival earrings. Oh yeah. You know what? While we're on this, yes, this might seem excessive, and it turned out it was a little excessive, but you still probably want to get a good amount of these, because revival earrings in some instances are very, very important. It's the bonus having items gives you isn't really worth it in some fights if you're just going to die, and revival earrings are awesome, especially if you don't have reprieve. Early on in the game, when you don't have reprieve unlocked, they can be super clutch. I'm also not going to be using the Götterdämmerung. Yeah, Götterdämmerung. This is the accessory that you get for beating Pride and Joy. So I'm not going to use it before chapter 17, because that's when you get the chance to fight that gauntlet. I will be doing a walkthrough of that, and I will be doing it without this accessory, because this is really important to have for chapter 18. Just you want to be able to just drop limit breaks left and right, because my god, chapter 18. But anyway, so yeah, Mithril Saber, Chain Bangle, Circlet, and then Fire, Magnify, Fire, Elemental, Magic up. I just put Ifrit on. Actually, I should probably put Shiva, because that'll give me even more. Yeah, Shiva. There we are. So for a lot of these fights, you probably won't even need to use a spell. You can probably get away with just doing triple slash. And yeah, that will be that. Oh, I guess let's equip Barret. Might as well equip Barret now too. Okay. So for Barret, what you want to do is have Lightning Materia junctioned with Elemental and put that on his weapon. Steadfast Block. I put Refocus because it's just in general a good materia, but you could put First Strike on there or something too, and that'd be just fine. Actually, I'd probably put Skill Master. Yes, Skill Master's a good one. Provoke. HP up, a maxed out one. If you don't have it maxed out, don't worry. I'm just pointing that out because I don't want you to see he's got 9,000 health and just be like, oh, but I only have 7,000. Revival materia. Revival is one to have maxed. You definitely want a rise. A rise is very important. And I just threw another elemental in there just to be on the safe side. Wind materia is a pretty good one. And yeah. Oh, and I gave him Leviathan. Okay, so you get off the train. These guys are super easy. Again, just skipping cutscenes. You're gonna see you very often have a lot of, see how much ATB we have to start the fight off. It's sick nasty. So just triple slash these guys. No big deal. Triple slash plus fire element is very, very strong. I know I talked about crowd nuking and all that, but you really don't need to do that for these guys, honestly. That was more of a next chapter problem, and triple slash. Almost every problem you have in this chapter with normal Shinra security can be dealt with fire elemental and triple slash. It's just it's nasty. It tears through garbage humans pretty quickly. Items don't matter at all in this, so I'm just going to be skipping chests. There are some pieces of gear that you can get a second time that are handy, I suppose, but it's so weird to not open chests. I'll just do it. So run over here, get to go talk to Barret. Okay, you're going to get to this part, and let's go ahead and... we don't need to waste any MP yet. Now, what I just did there, you probably noticed, was switched. After you roll, always switch to Punisher with Cloud. You almost always want to be in Punisher if you're attacking somebody. There are instances where you can get away with just using Operative, but I like Punisher's great. Punisher is phenomenal. Cloud in one-on-one fights is just fucking nasty. Unless he's fighting Sephiroth, but we don't gotta worry about that. We're a long ways away from that problem. Don't worry, viewers. Alright, down here. If I was just walking through me. It's like I'm not even here. And yeah. Now this is one where you might want to just throw fire at them and call it a day, because we can probably just triple slash still. See how I switched there? That heavy combo into focus thrust is just so good. And as you're going to notice, I break every single barrel I run into, because barrels are like god tier on this in this mode. It's just, you want to break every single one of them because you want that sweet, sweet, sweet MP. MP is the lifeblood of hard mode. So just get into the mindset of trying to save as much MP as possible. Don't like go around spamming like magnified heals all the time. If you're a little beat up after a fight, don't worry about it. You might run into a bench before your next one. All the enemies are out on the map, and if you do get jumped, you can just use that really handy restart from last fight feature. There's really only one part of the game that the restart from last fight feature screws you over, and that's at the end with the Three Musketeers of Chapter 18. Chapter 18 is just going to suck. That's why we're going to try and do everything we can to prepare for that and be ready for it, because it sucks. It sucks balls. Okay. Oh yeah, well, I don't know why I'm watching this. Alright, so with these guys, you probably can... Yeah, we'll burn one. And that is crowd nuking, ladies and gentlemen. That is the beauty of that. It's just watching an entire mob of dudes just explode. Simmer down, hotshot.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes.
Oh, Thirsty Jess. Everybody loves Thirsty Jessie. The thirstiest gal in all of Midgar. Hey, there's some Mako. Alright, and go take the elevator. We get it, Jesse. You're thirsty. And I'll use this moment of silence to let you guys know that if you find this video helpful and you want to see more like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, and yeah, we're always posting stuff. I'm always posting stuff like walkthroughs, game reviews, all kinds of cool things. So I'd love to have you have you throw your 2 cents in the comments. It's worth just as much as my 2 cents as far as I'm concerned. As you can see here with Barret, you just want to take out all of them. It's really easy when Thunder equipped, and triple slash these little fuckers. And again, after triple slash, just get used to hitting triangle and getting into that Punisher stance, because you usually end triple slash pretty close to somebody. So making sure you get into Punisher from there is key, because you want to, if you're near somebody and you're going to get a combo off on them, you want it to be in Punisher stance. It's just so good. The parry on it is really slick too. That's super handy. You're gonna see in a lot of the one-on-ones against like the Turks and stuff. I mean, you pretty much just stand in Punisher and hold block, and they beat themselves. It's pretty funny. Cloud's definitely a badass. And more Mako. Oh, shit. I hate the AI in this part for Barret, because it just he just runs right into the middle of the lasers and doesn't give a shit. See if he does it this time. I don't think he has yet. It wouldn't be so bad if you didn't have to heal it, although I don't think they do that much damage, but yeah. Go ahead and open this. Full. Okay, yeah, here's the sweeper. No, that's not a sweeper, I'm sorry. That's the other one, the one with the guns. And just skip. Okay, so for this one, pop into your menu, and for Cloud, get rid of fire and just change it with lightning. This is one of those moments where we're saving this MP for, because as soon as the fight starts, you're going to, so boom, go to spells, Thundaga, onto the sweeper, go to Barret, and look at that. Now with Barret's ATB, you want a focus shot. Back to Cloud. Thunder. Go to Punisher. Heavy combo. Back to Barret. He's pretty much done at this point. You can just unload with Barret. And I guess Maximum Fury, yeah. Back to Cloud. The way I'm ping-ponging him, that's actually going to be a pretty common tactic. you're gonna find. Oh, okay. Oh, not done yet. You're gonna find through boss fights, especially for like Bahamut. That is so key in dealing with a lot of enemies. Is you take advantage. They have pretty laser-like focus when you switch. So when you switch to another party member, they will like go right to attacking them. And you want to take advantage of that. You kind of want to keep switching until you get them locked into an attack. And then switch off to a different party member once the attack is in the middle of going. And then you can get some good back attacks on them. We're actually going to take advantage of that a lot too. We're going to set up characters for getting hit by certain types of attacks, and then use the fact that they go after the player character as often as they do to our advantage. It's a fun bit of strategery there. Okay, getting all that good Mako. Now again, lightning will do good for you throughout the rest of this. These guys are allergic. They're allergic. These guys are weak against wind, so I don't think I have. I think Barret has it, but he's got to kill that sentry ray, because fuck that thing. I'll go down here. I probably should have just avoided these guys, but oh well. I'll have timestamps of everything in the description too, so if you're just here to like for this episode, you're only clicking on how to beat the Scorpion, I'll have a timestamp on there. I don't know why I'm saying it now instead of at the beginning. I don't even know why I'm saying it, because any potential future viewers will see them on there clear as day. But, you know, I don't like awkward silences. Okay, guys, so before the Scorpion fight, this was the setup I had on Cloud and Barret. Cloud has the Mithril Saber, the Chain Bangle, and the Circlet. For Materia, I gave him HP up, Elemental, Junction to Lightning, Magic up. This is in the weapon slot. For the armor slot, he's got Steadfast Block, Chakra, Magic up, and ATB boost. Actually, I'm going to swap ATB boost for Revival. Actually, I tried to do this take once before, and I screwed up and Barret got knocked out, and I didn't have Revival equipped on anyone, so it's probably a good idea. But you'll never see that because of the power of movie magic. So for Barret, I have Big Bertha, Supreme Bracer, and Healing Carcanet. Yeah, Carcanet, sure. For his Materia, he's got Lightning, Junction to Elemental, Steadfast Block, Skill Master, Provoke, HP up, Barrier, and Chakra. Essentially, the idea is we're going to buff Barret up, make him unkillable, except for the off chance you get hit by Tail Laser. Tail Laser is basically a one-shot, no matter how much you have someone buffed up. But basically, we want to make Barret as tough as possible, and then have the Scorpion focus on him primarily. And then once we can get him the Scorpion pressured, that's when we unload with everything like lightning and focus shot, all that fun stuff. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Okay, so just get Cloud away from that, all away from that negativity. Switch to Barret. Go ahead and give him... Barret's the best one to start off the fight on. You could go in and change him to the party leader. It's probably not a terrible idea. And I guess let's go ahead and focus shot. I'm wary of using things like focus shot early on, because you usually end up just getting rid of his, ending this phase beforehand. Screw it. Thundaga. So yeah, whenever he's pressured like this, Do Thundaga, do... Okay, yeah, there it is. So there's his first phase. And unfortunately, you can't skip these, which makes me sad. I wish they would let you skip some of the cutscenes. Now, when he does this, you want to obviously hit the generator. The best way to accomplish this is to get him, try and run around him, start getting shots on it, and when he turns around to focus on one person like this, you switch to the other one. Cloud, you actually don't want to really have him in Punisher for this. Unless, okay. There we go. Yeah, if you can get a nice... Yeah, he isn't even turning around at all. Yeah, go fucking ham on him if he's gonna be that nonchalant about it. Now switch to Barret when he jumps on the wall, like so. Okay, he's gonna shoot you. Try and make sure you have Steel Skin activated whenever he starts doing the missile barrage. Barret can handle that with between steadfast block and the sheer amount of HP he has. Just make sure you are blocking, not like I did right there. And I don't bother really hitting him with lightning at this point. There we are. I hate when he goes by the door like that. Now, one of the things, I don't give the partner AI a lot of credit in this game, but one of the things is surprisingly good at is blocking and dodging. So a lot of times, if you're not confident you can dodge an attack, just switch to the next person, and sometimes the computer looks out for you and just is like, okay, I dodged it. Like the partner AI is surprisingly good defensively. Okay, run. Oh, bitch. Alright, that's fine. So, chakra. Anytime you need to heal, use chakra. It's really good. And honestly, on this difficulty, ow. On this difficulty, you really want to get used to trying to heal with as little MP, with as little MP as possible. This is a very unforgiving mode when it comes to overcharge into his ass. Very unforgiving mode when it comes to your MP. So you really don't want to use it unless you have to. Same rule applies between fights. So if you do a fight and you end it and you're pretty beat up, don't worry about healing until when he's pressured. Thundaga, bang, and then focus shot, bang. But yeah, if you're a little beat up after a fight, don't worry about blowing every last bit of MP you have on healing. You can see the enemies before they fight you in most instances, and if you do get caught off guard, you can just do the retry from last battle. Wait that extra time. See if you can find a bench. That'll help you out a lot. Okay, so for here, you want to run. Do not get hit by this tail laser. It is annoying if you do. So he's going to fire it twice. That's one of the changes on hard mode. And run over to the next one. Woo, just in time. Cool. Now, with Cloud, again, Thundaga, because he is pressured. And with Barret, focus shot. Okay, now that he is staggered, switch to Cloud, get into Punisher mode, and fucking wail on this man. That doesn't last very long, though. You can actually interrupt his attacks with a well-placed Thundaga spell. Alright. Now, when he pops his legs out, this is his final phase where he starts trying to heal himself. Cloud can get rid of that instantly. Go into Punisher. Focus Thrust. Same thing for Barret. Overcharging into the leg is nice. Alright, now with the leg crippled, go to Barret, focus shot, pop into Punisher with Cloud, Infinity's End. Look at all that sexy damage. And since Thundaga, there you are. And that's the Scorpion. Not too bad. So on the way out, go into your menu real quick. And just make sure to swap Cloud's Elemental Lightning with Fire. And drop the 2 HP ups for ATB boost and first strike. As soon as I find them, ATB boost. You have to switch your materia a lot in this. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And let's go ahead. Yeah, let's do that. So get rid of magic up because you're not really going to be using magic like that anymore anyway. And switch to hard edge because that is the most damaging of Cloud's weapons. And then swap his circlet for supernatural wrist guards. Basically this should make it to where we can kind of end every fight by triple slashing as soon as it begins. And just triple slash our way through everyone. You are kind of a glass cannon like this, so definitely try to avoid getting hit if you can. But you should get the jump on pretty much everyone by first striking as soon as the fight begins. Go ahead and skip these cutscenes. No big deal. And some of these...
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you? My hero.
Hey, we'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
Okay, yeah, skip.
Lead us straight to Barret. Probably. I think I see an exit. Come on.
You got some Mako back, that's good.
Don't look back. Let's go.
I'm not too worried. Well, I bet Jesse's enjoying that.
We're running out of time.
Alright.
Sorry, it keeps me focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
And skip. Barrett's back in the group. Yep. Let's see, I thought Barret joined us here. And triple slash. ATB boost. And go ahead and triple slash again. You can take out a lot of enemies pretty quick. Okay, now Barret, this is his territory. So he's the one that still has lightning equipped. Focus shot. Have cloud focus thrust. Always try and get that heavy Punisher combo in if you can. You might think with how much I'm complimenting Punisher operatives useless, but it's actually not. It's very handy for trying to move and attack, and like weaker enemies you typically don't need to worry about Punisher form quite so much. It's definitely more about movement and attacking quick as opposed to getting really strong attacks. Punisher's better for heavier stuff or one-on-ones against enemies. Like Punisher pretty much auto wins you all of the Turk fights, except for when you're fighting Reno and Rude at the same time. And here we go. Hope my commentary isn't boring you guys too much. The audio for this is probably not going to be up to my usual standard too. So for the shock troopers, just one triple slash his dumbass. Oh, nice. Good for you, homie. These guys might require a fire to deal with, but there we are. Nothing a heavy Punisher combo can't handle. Triple slash was very ineffective there. I hope you guys are enjoying my commentary and I'm not boring you too bad. Fire Aga plus. Oh no, I didn't have multiply junction there. I just Fire Aga'd them. Focus shot right in his grill. There we are. Yeah, I hope my commentary isn't boring you guys too much. I did a walkthrough before. I did one of Outer Worlds for Supernova difficulty, and it's my most successful video on the channel so far, but there's a very, very limited scope of success comparatively. But this is definitely going to be the longest thing I've ever done. I guess a full walkthrough of a game, so I don't know if I'm talking too much, if I'm not talking enough. Feel free to let me know in the comments. You know, whatever you feel like. I might try. These are going to be edited down some too, if there's any parts where just skip, where it's just insufferable. Or like these load screens, I might start cutting out. Okay guys, so welcome to chapter 2. You want to set Cloud up as follows. Mithril Saber for his weapon, Chain Bangle and Circlet. First Strike, ATB boost, Elemental junctioned with Fire. Actually, change that to Magnify. Sorry. I lied. Magnify junction to Fire. magic up, MP up, magic up, chakra, steadfast block. Essentially, what we're going to be trying to do is just blow up the crowds of human enemies we run into as quick as possible. Sorry if you hear some kid yelling outside. I live in an apartment building, so you might hear a lot of random background noises. I'm not exactly in a perfectly... It's my living room. It's not a perfectly sealed area. Okay, so that was a long segment that I just edited out. So, like I said, I'm assuming whoever's watching this has already beaten the game once, and you're more worried about just trying to figure out stuff for hard mode, as opposed to watching every cutscene, walking scene, any of that all over again. If you would prefer me to just leave everything in, feel free to let me know in the comments. But as far as my end of it, it's much easier. It makes the videos smaller. It does take a little bit of editing, but it's a much smaller video than it would be if I included every cutscene, every bit of dialogue, or all of that. So you come down the steps here. I'm pretty sure this is where the street stuff with all of the Shinra security forces is coming up. Yeah. So and we meet Aerith. Go ahead and skip this. I always take her flower. Who wouldn't want Aerith's flower? Okay, so as soon as this mob comes up, no, not Firaga. Fyra is a lot faster, so that's the one I tend to use. You want to try and aim for one in the middle. And bang. That takes care of that. Forgot what this piece of material was over here, but... Always get used to switching to Punisher before you attack. It's just a good habit to get into. Heavy combo. And blade burst, sure. Alrighty. Simple enough. There's a good bit of barrels in this. I say barrels. Crates. Crates, not barrels. That was HP up. There's a lot of crates in this level, so you can be a little more liberal with how you use your magic. Just make sure you are finding every crate that you can. Yep. Crates are actually worth more than chests, ironically. Okay, so I think triple slash will work for... If I had elemental junction to it, the triple slash would do even more damage. But it's more up to you guys. I don't think I need to go down there for anything. I think it was just items. So yeah, we're gonna ignore that. Dogs can be annoying, so I'm going to try and take them out first. And then just triple slash this clown. Cool. Good stuff. want that ATB boost. I'm getting a little more hurted than I intended, but that's fine. Just play Ring Around the Rosie with this middle thing if you need to. Anytime you come out of a roll, get used to just hitting that triangle button. And triple slash. Now the helicopter is going to drop in the shock troopers. And this can be a little scary, so... Now that you are... Fyra is very, very key to dealing with them, and then Chakra. As far as limit breaks, I have Ascension equipped right now, I want to say. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily a huge thing. Triple slash these fuckers. Bang. I know it looks like I'm taking a lot of damage right now, and I kind of am, but one of the things you got to understand about the whole like crowd nuke setup is you're kind of a glass cannon. Like the whole point of it is, as I said in the episode or in the last chapter, the longer you let mobs of regular enemies stick around, the more annoying they are. So you really don't want the fights to last that long if you can help it. And I think, you know, it's dying isn't the end of the world. Get that in your head. Like if you die, you die. It's not. Typically, you can start over again right before the last fight, and it's no problem. So it's really not the end of the world if you get killed a couple times while you're doing this. But the whole idea is we want to show you ways that you know, that you won't die very often. Isn't that nice? Nothing like just blowing up dudes who are making a living. I think triple slash. Yeah. This is all pretty easy stuff. You pretty much just keep triple slashing and Fyra-ing your way to success. It works more often than it doesn't. And if you're ever in doubt... Whoa, cat. Sorry, my cat just saw something outside and spazzed out. I don't know if it even got picked up on the mic or not, but... Nice. And here's these guys. Oh my god. That kid upstairs is the worst. And there we are. Nothing too scary yet. This chapter's actually not that bad. The end fight with the Huntsman and the big mob can be slightly annoying if you're not prepared for it, but... Shit. That's not good. to do chakra, much as it makes me sad. Dog can be dealt with relatively easily with Punisher stance. You just keep holding down that block till they attack. The only thing you want to watch out for is the throat grab, because Punisher doesn't do anything against grabs, unfortunately. And there's more of that sweet, sweet, sweet MP. Okay, so before this fight with the big mob and the Huntsman, you want to make sure that you are healed. So, I don't know, I guess fire. So just equip a healing materia. This is pretty much the end of the chapter anyway, so you can get by burning some of your MP up. Because this one can be a little tricky if you're not careful. I actually got wrecked trying it initially. Got more MP back, that's what's up. So a big truck's gonna roll up on us with a bunch of dudes in it, and they're gonna hop out. Yep, right here. Go ahead and skip that. Now, immediately, you do Fire Raga into the Riot Trooper, because he's annoying. You want him gone. And boom, there's that. So, with them gone, you can take care of this guy pretty quickly. Nice. So, ATB boost. And a Fire Raga into this mob, which takes them out. Nice. So now all you have to deal with is the Huntsman, who, again, Fire, and then go into Punisher. No, not right now, cat. If you hear any jingling in the background, I'm sorry. I had my cat locked in my bedroom while I was recording, and I felt bad I couldn't keep her in there. And now that he is... oh shit, staggered. I'm sitting there trying to block the guy. Triple slash. There he is. Cool. And that is the end of Chapter 2. Chapter 3 starts off with a really long sequence of like walking and meeting up with Tifa and doing all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and skip through all that, and I will see you guys once we are at the, I guess, next important part. I think it's side quests. I think that'll be the next thing we're doing, but yeah. I will see you guys then. Alright, welcome back, guys. I just skipped a whole lot of stuff. Meeting up with Tifa, talking to her, going back to the room she got for you, almost killing the person next door to you, and then Tifa asking you to keep an eye on him for some reason after you almost killed him. I don't know. But, I'm at the part where you come out from talking to Biggs and Wedge, and you get the mission that's like for the neighborhood watch. So this is where we will pick up. So go ahead, run down here. And just in case, before I go in here, I'll go over everything that I have for Cloud and Tifa. So for Cloud, we're actually going to be changing something. Going to swap out fire with ice, and that will leave us with first strike, ATB boost, magnify, ice, magic up, MP up, magic up, chakra, and steadfast block. For Tifa, we are going to, she has elemental and fire right now, we're going to change that to ice and elemental, and steadfast block, refocus, lock up, chakra, HP up, and skill master. she is equipped with Purple Pain because with all of the extra luck, you'll hopefully be critting a lot when she hits, and Purple Pain does bonus crit damage and makes crits more common. And for Cloud, oh, actually, I'll go. She has Purple Pain, Cog Bangle, and Champion Belt. And then for Cloud, he has Mithril Saber, Chain Bangle, and Circlet. So, pretty standard setup thus far through the opening parts of the game. And this is, what is this? I think this is ice, yeah. This is pretty easy. These guys will die to a blizzard most of the time. They're pretty weak. Yep. I'll go up this way. Everything in here is weak to ice, so just to go ahead and you can pelt them with just a low level blizzard. You don't gotta use any of the high level stuff on them. Save that for later. Simple and easy. And then, yeah. A win's a win. And go ahead and run back to Biggs and Wedge. Skipping those cutscenes. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so at this point you will go talk to the guy who's next to Chadley, and that will unlock all of the quests, the side quests in this area. If you don't need to do the side quests or aren't interested in it, I'll go ahead and look down in the description for the timestamp. I'll have them all nice and organized, ideally. But I'm just assuming whoever's watching this is interested in getting all of the manuscripts as well as beating the game. And to get the manuscripts, you do need to do all of the side quests in each area. So let us go ahead and begin with that. The first one's easy, just talk to Chadley. If you did all the side quests on your normal playthrough, you'll still have the results and it'll just automatically clear his quests. So there you go. Okay. Now there is a few different side quests around here. I guess the first one. Yeah, we'll just do that. Go ahead and do rat problem. That's easy enough. Let's just kill a couple doom rats. To do. I feel like the store owner and Johnny have the same face, but I'm not sure. We'll see Johnny in a second. Go ahead and run up here. Talk to this guy real quick, get his quest. I'm going to try and take the most efficient path for the side quests. I think I know what route to go, but we'll see. So with these guys, these are Doom rats. They're a little hardier than the normal rats, so we do want to Blizzara them. And now that you have built up a second bar, do it again. Because these guys can actually do some damage if you're not careful. Like, see, this isn't good. This is not what I wanted. But that's okay. We'll make it happen. I love fighting with Tifa. She's such a beast. And I'm gonna strike this. Oh no! Oh, my depth perception. I have horrible depth perception. Just so everyone knows, this is what I wanted to avoid. Less sad. And now there's more Doom rats. Womp womp womp. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Instead of a bum. Which is what I am, let's face it. It's not that dramatic, but it does suck. I didn't want to have to fight some extra Doom rats. They will kill you, believe it or not. I know they don't look like much, but as I said, you really want to get rid of the enemies that don't look like much as quick as possible, because they're the ones sometimes that can cause the biggest problems. Just come here, Mr. Doomrat. Thanks. Oh no, that's overkill. We shouldn't need to do all that. Braver should take care of him. Yep, there we are. Okay. So I made that look way harder than it needed to, but you get the idea. Probably should have used a Blizzaga to start off the fight, but is what it is. So that's done. Yeah, sure. Cloud's always so nonchalant with how he responds to people. I think the funniest thing with that is when you beat Pride and Joy and Chadley gives Cloud like his entire backstory, like every important event of his life, and Cloud's just like cool. like literally that's all he says is just cool. Alright, this kid's cats. This one's pretty easy. Go ahead and grab it now, though. All the cats run away from you, as cats will do. And I grabbed that now because... Oh yeah, let's get this too. Okay. I was gonna grab the cat while I was here. Yeah. One of the cats is over here. You'll see this lady trying to... Oh. Head in. Then we'll go kill the thing in the scrapyard. The thing in the scrapyard's actually pretty scary. He will fuck you up if you are not prepared. It's a dog, but it's a really strong dog, and yeah. pretty bad. When I first ran into him, playing through this initially on hard, he beat the shit out of me. He or her. I'm not quite sure if it's gender. I didn't check. But it kicked the shit out of me. I was not expecting that. But it's one of those, like, kind of how the Doom Rats we were just fighting are like the Uber version of the Were Rats. This is like the Uber version of guard dogs. It is, however, weak against ice, which is a good thing. What is not a good thing is it is very talented at getting away from ice spells. It's very fast. So we're probably going to be stuck trying to stagger it, like, or at least pressure it with blizzards, and then unloading with Blizzagas or Blizzara when it's pressured. Where did he go? I know he's probably just ran past him like an idiot. He's gotta be up over here. And you have to fight him twice. You fight him once, get his health bar down halfway, and then you have to fight him again for a final showdown. Unless I die of old age before I run into him. And there he is. Okay. So yeah, this thing's actually pretty scary. So okay, yeah, that'll have to work, and then ice. Okay, so this all should work. Keyword should. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so again, choose a quick blizzard on it. Now that it is pressured, use a Blizzara. Shit. And just keep your discipline. Keep that Punisher block going. There we are. Now that it's pressured again, let me see if I can get a Blizzara on it. Ah, see what I'm saying? He's a shifty little bastard, so unless you have a guarantee that you're going to be able to hit it with your Blizzard spell, it's probably not the best idea to try. Oof. He is doing a lot of damage to me. There we are. Alright. Please, for the love of God. I told you, this guy doesn't fuck around. This dog. He's not a good boy at all. He's bad. He has a discipline problem. There we are. Okay, so now it's gonna run, which is honestly fortunate for us, because he was kind of kicking my ass. I'm doing terrible at these so far. When I ran through this earlier for practice, I cleared it out nice. And yeah, now that I'm actually recording, I'm doing a terrible job. That's how it goes, I guess. I practiced because after watching the first couple chapters, I realized I repeated myself a lot and I kind of rambled on with nonsense, so sorry about that. But let's just swap block for heal. And now, whenever you need to stop and heal, for starters, equip Twin Stinger. I don't think I have it unlocked yet, actually, but Twin Stinger has a skill that reduces the cost of healing spells, so it's really handy when you need to stop for a quick heal. Sadly, though, I actually don't think I have that yet, because I forgot I reset the SP on all my weapons. I think that's a top tier upgrade. I would check, but it honestly doesn't matter. And just go ahead and put Magnify on your heal. Go ahead and heal you and Tifa. Cure should be good. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, like I said, that dog does not fuck around, so it's important to take advantage of the opportunities you have to try and kill him. Did I not put anything in those slots during that fight? That probably didn't help either. I'll do ATB stagger. Now we're gonna go fight him for round 2, and this time it is for real. 2 people and a dog goes in, only 1 comes out. I wonder if stop works on him. It probably does. I might have just figured something out to make them easier. Wouldn't that be nice? And he's gonna be like, hey, you ran this way, but for some reason he didn't eat me as he ran past. Alright, so you're gonna find him again here. And I guess we'll see if stop works. Oh, it does. That's beautiful. So let's boost that shit. Blazzaga. Blazzaga. Hell yeah. Oh, I still got Twin Stingers. Whoops. Oh, this is the thing you want to watch out for. Shit. Yeah, that will really tear your health apart, as you can see. Oh no, I might have to restart. Oh no, this is real bad. Save your man, Tifa. This guy is giving me such a hard time. There we are. Two blizzards here should do it. Yep, there he goes. Alright. No, not yet, because I want to check these crates. Yeah, just what I was hoping for. So, that was pretty sloppy. Can't lie, but you know, this is supposed to be the easy guide, not the pro gamer chopping enemies up effortlessly guide. You're coming to the wrong person for that. What I can do is show you how to get through these chapters in what will hopefully be as pain-free a way as possible. I'm going to talk to this guy. The dog is gone. Okay. And we found one cat. There will be a second one right in front of 7th. And then before I go get the one there, there is another one. I want to say over here. Yeah, over here. So this will be the second cat. This is the only quest that I'm not screwing up. Well, I mean, actually, I guess I am screwing up because they're just running away from me. All right. And something's wrong. Let's check it out. And here comes Johnny. There's another cat on the porch, but I guess we'll save Johnny's dumbass first. Oh, Johnny. I wonder if I can just say screw Johnny. I'll have to walk. No, it's making me. Dagnabbit. Oh well. Oh yeah, and before you start running off after him, swap out ice and fire. What the hell, man? This game looks really good overall. There's some low-res textures in some spots, but it plays so smooth. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to wait. It plays so smooth. I love it when she punches him. It's so funny. No, our health is restored, so that's good. And again, before you go in here and confront them, make sure you have fire equipped where you once had ice. These guys are elites, so, well, one of them is an elite, so the triple slash isn't going to clear them. And they got a dog with them. Well, let's watch her punch him. I love this part. Yeah, you go, Tifa. I've always pronounced it Tifa, but people, they say Tifa in this game, so you know, I guess that's what it is now. So Fyra. I guess we'll do the guy in the middle. And they're dead. Infinity's End. There we are. Simple enough. Go ahead and rescue him. And there's that. Okay. So run on through. Do we need to sit? Nope, I don't even think we got hit. I'm worried about Johnny. You should be. He's fucking annoying. Johnny is. He's okay, I guess. There's worse characters. Like, the Angel of the Slums granddaughter. Oh my god, I can't stand her. The Angel Lady herself's cool. Even though it was like, it's painfully obvious she's the Angel the first time you meet her. Although I guess that was the intention. Like, they weren't trying to be super secretive about it. So, and here's the third cat. Let's go ahead and return to Betty. And then after that, the last two quests are both in the same area. So we should be able to just knock out both of them at the same time. Okay, and now let's go ahead this way. So in this area, there's multiple enemies weak to multiple things. You're going to run into some worms that are weak against ice, the same worm things that we were clearing out for the first quest. Oh yeah, I guess I got to go in there and do that first. But once you get towards the end, you actually start running into enemies that are weak against arrow or wind magic, whichever you prefer to say. So we're going to go back in, we're going to put ice on magnify, and then for Tifa, we're going to also put ice. But just be wary, there will be a spot, we'll stop and change materia, where you run into, alright, let me talk to him. Where you run into the enemies that are weak against wind. And again, keep it to Blizzard for these guys. They're not really anything particularly scary. Even the Drake you can probably get away with just using the low level arrow. But I might make Tifa cast on that one, we'll see. So again, there goes those guys. We'll have to come back and break these boxes again to get a security key. I didn't know you couldn't do those missions simultaneously. I guess she doesn't appear until you take out the first Drake. Makes sense, I guess. Alright, so there's the... So those guys are weak against wind. So we're going to go in here and swap ice for wind. Go ahead and give Tifa wind as well. And hopefully boo. Wind is one of those ones where, there we are. Yeah, air is one of those time released ones, just like ice is, so it's really hard to get some enemies with them if they're not staggered. Drakes are pretty quick because, you know, they're drakes. They fly and all that stuff. So, yeah. Not always going to hit them dead on with it, but that's okay. Just try to not get killed by them. I'm a little beat up, but should be okay. I go up this way. Oh yeah, okay, never mind, don't go up this way. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh yeah. It's the, okay. Derp derp. Let's just triple slash these guys. He really showed that steel beam who was boss. Jet fuel might not be able to melt steel beams, but Cloud can with his 6 sword skills. What am I doing? Oh, they're weak against arrow? I guess they're just weak against magic in general. Okay, cool. So that takes care of them. Do I gotta go the other way, maybe? Man, I'm doing such a bad job of this now that I'm recording. It's great. When I practiced this, I ran through smooth, did everything fine. And now that I'm on stage, yeah, I was gonna, if they pop up again, we're just gonna run from the next couple rooms of people. I think this way? Yeah, this way. Okay. I'll save it. Nice. Good job, me. Cool. All right. So there's a bench on this side of the door, on the other side of this door, if I am correct. Yep, and some boxes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and rest. I know I mentioned this like a million times this video probably, but this is going to be a pretty long video. It's going to be close to 2 hours, so you know, I think mentioning it 3 times isn't the end of the world, right? But you always want to try and hold out on healing until you find a rest spot. If you're a little beat up, it's okay. You can just wait for a bench. A lot of times you'll know what's coming because you can see it on the map. So, and even if you get surprised with something, restart from last battle. It's great. Okay, so I think I still have arrow here. Yep. I try and do the arrow, not Araroga, because it's, there we are. Now once you stagger them, I'll just do arrow. That's one of them. There we are. Unfortunately, I want to see. Okay, well, at least it was worth it. Back to 57 MP. It sucks you have to turn down the transport back. Let's just run past these guys. They're not. Yeah, once you, because we're gonna have to come back through here anyway, so. I forgot about that. I thought there's another quest in there, and I thought you could just do both of them together, but I guess not. I like this game overall, but one of the things I'm not a fan of is how much they like slow down your pace at times. And that's an example of it. It's like, I mean, I guess it's like a part 1 and part 2 quest, so that's the logic behind it. But you have a side quest in one area. You have a side quest literally at the back of that area. There's a locked door. And the only difference between the side quest and the second quest and the first quest is you go in there and unlock the back door and fight a Drake. It's a cerulean Drake and not a lesser one, but yeah. Let's talk to her. But after that, we'll be done all of the side quests. You can go ahead and talk to Tifa about which dress she wears. And yep, then you can get started with the end of the chapter. Yeah, Tifa's got 30, so we're working with some MP. And the whole thing is you need to find a key to get into that back room. The key is inside of one of the crates sitting around the level. Hopefully we find it early so we can just skip the rooms, but I don't know if it's in a preset location or not. Shit. Okay, well that worked out. All right. Did I unlock it? Nope. I damn sure didn't. I damn sure didn't. I don't know if you can unlock that door on your first trip, honestly. Oh, the Drakes don't respawn. Well, that's good. I'd never realized that. I'm going the wrong way. Dag nabbit. There's crates back here. Boo. Just keep hacking up every crate you find. Yeah, there it is. And eventually... Brain farted. Sorry. Bang. Oh, that sucks. Omnis Strike's nice. It just deletes shit. Okay. Now. Alright, at least we got some MP back. And there it is. I wonder if it's... I think that's where I got it last time, too. I think it's always there. Alright. So I run through here.
This won't take
Uh... Nice.
Keep those gloves up.
Sure thing, Coach.
I'm sure, as you guys have noticed, I'm not shy about using triple slash. It's a very good ability for clearing out hordes of weak enemies. Okay, so this guy is weak against air or wind. So we're good there. Good there. And notice that's kind of the running theme with a lot of the drakes, is they're weak against wind. This guy can be a bit annoying though if you don't deal with him in the right manner. So maybe this will do it. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of shy about using arrow. They just dodge it so easily. Alright, that one hit him. Once he's pressured or staggered, then you can go to town with the arrow spells, but there we are. Okay. And oh, Cloud's got 92 MP, nice. And Tifa should have... For Tifa, let's go ahead and True Strike, actually. See, and there we are. That shouldn't even have to... Yep, there we are. True Strike from Tifa is awesome. Nothing like getting that bonus stagger damage percent multiplier.
Harriet? I knew you were the right. There's noted, but not like these. What exactly people? I see. Heard you, actually. Me? Hell with you. We can take
And that's that. Okay. And Tifa is going to say, hey, let's go kick it. Bow chicka wow wow.
Yeah, but
And
anyway,
then we will be at the end of the chapter. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to fast forward through all this stuff with like picking. Alright guys, welcome back. Well, back for me, but literally a scene transition for you. So I just skipped past the whole going and talking to Tifa. You come back to the bar, Barret pays you and tells you to fuck off. So we will commence the fucking off. Come out the door and let's go ahead and just go ahead and swap the wind materia for a fire materia. And go on over to this very innocent looking group of young gentlemen. Don't look like they have nefarious intentions at all. I mean, you can trust a guy named Hoodlum, right? Oh yeah, let me just skip that. You thought Elon Musk named his kid something weird. At least he didn't name his kid Hoodlum. This guy's parents are terrible. Alright. So this fight that we're about to have can actually be a little dangerous. They hit a little bit harder than normal schlubs, and it's 4 of them against just you. So if you're not careful, they can actually tear you up. As we've talked about, when you're set up to just blow up mobs like this, you are a little on the fragile side. So we just got to be careful. Oh, it's all good. So go ahead, this cutscene. And as soon as the load screen pops, go into command. Okay, so fire Aga on one of the center ones. I think A is good. Alright, that took care of 3 of them. Now, this last guy over here, go ahead and do fire Aga. It's the end of the chapter, so you don't need... Woo, at least I did something right on this chapter. And yeah, I know it doesn't look like much when you're just blowing them up with fireballs, but trust me, if they get to wailing on you for too long, it can hurt. And we're just gonna go ahead, run back to Cloud's room, and that will be the end of this chapter. We are moving right along. Moving right along, we found a life on the highway. I better stop Disney. Disney don't play that. Disney will copyright strike this video just for that one little line. Thirsty Jesse. Okay. And go ahead and talk to Jesse, and that will be the end of this chapter.